Hi, if you found your way here, maybe you're looking for something that's hard to name. Let's just sit with that for a moment. Maybe it's not a bad day. Maybe it's not even sadness exactly. It's more like a low hum underneath everything. Like part of you has been clenched for so long, you forgot what it felt like to be open. You wake up already a little tired. You go through your day doing the things you're supposed to do, and somewhere in the middle of it, a thought passes through. I don't even know what I'm fighting anymore. I just know I'm tired of fighting. That feeling has a place to come from, and it's gentler than it sounds. Psychologists sometimes call it self-regulation fatigue, the quiet exhaustion that builds when a person spends most of their waking hours managing themselves, watching their tone, correcting their thoughts, trying to be calmer, better, more in control. It's not weakness. It's just what happens when the inside of you has been working overtime and no one ever told you that you were allowed to stop. You might know that moment, lying in bed at night, body finally still, but your mind keeps narrating, replaying a sentence you said earlier, wondering if it landed wrong, wondering if you're doing enough, being enough, becoming enough. There's no peace in it, just motion. Quiet, invisible motion, like a current running underwater that looks calm on the surface. Or maybe it shows up smaller than that. You finish a task, and instead of resting, you immediately start the next one, because stopping feels like falling behind, even when no one is watching, even when nothing is actually waiting. Rest starts to feel unfamiliar, almost unsafe. Here's the part that's easy to miss. Most of that fighting isn't really about the thing in front of you. It's about an old belief sitting quietly underneath that you have to earn your stillness. That calm is something you get after you've proven yourself enough. So you keep moving, keep adjusting, keep trying to fix the version of you that feels like it's never quite finished. But maybe the version of you that feels unfinished was never the problem to begin with. This is the part where most advice tells you to do something. Set a boundary, build a habit, change a pattern. We're not going to do that here, because the shift that actually matters isn't about doing less or doing more. It's about noticing that the fight itself was never required. Think of water in a storm. It doesn't fight to become still. It doesn't try harder, push more, optimize itself into calm. The storm simply passes, and the water settles back into what it already was underneath. Stillness wasn't something the water achieved. It was something it returned to. You are allowed to return to. Maybe tonight, instead of reaching for the next thing to fix, you let yourself sit in the part that feels unfinished, without rushing to smooth it over. Maybe self-acceptance isn't a destination you arrive at once you've sorted everything out. Maybe it's just this: choosing not to fight the parts of you that are still figuring things out. There's something larger than the noise in your head, a kind of quiet that doesn't ask you to perform, doesn't ask you to prove anything, doesn't even ask you to understand it fully. It just asks you to stop bracing for a moment, to let your shoulders drop half an inch, to breathe in a way that isn't preparing for the next thing. You don't have to win the fight with yourself. You can just lay it down, not because you've solved anything, not because you've become a calmer, better, more finished version of who you are, just because you're tired, and tired is allowed to rest. If this video kept you company today, maybe there's someone else who could use that company too. And if you want to sit with us again sometime, the door is always open. And that's already enough.